TV. Good seeing you all again. Today, we're going to talk about compromise. The one word I know some of us all hate because it takes a little give and take. Yes, I meant to rhyme that on purpose. So basically, babe, tell a little bit about compromise. For us, how some ways you feel like compromise comes in our relationship.
I think that we actually have to compromise a lot in our relationship. And honestly, I think it's been one of the things that has helped us to grow and be stronger in a lot of ways. So I know we compromise on a couple different things, but I would say probably the first thing that comes to mind would be and like how we like to spend our time.
Oh yeah, yeah, there's
Very
definitely
different.
yeah. I like to kind of be with myself. Get on my Xbox, on my PlayStation, just game away and just kick it. Not be bothered, but I also do have to understand that you very much are a quality time person. You want us to hang out and watch.
Give me a little snuggler.
The rom
He can be big spoon, be little spoon. Like, yeah, I like it. But I don't like it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
It's okay.
we have to give each other space. So it's really trying to find that middle ground between there. I think also another way that we compromise is money too. I'm a spender. I
Very
like to
much
spend my
so.
money and
We have very different thoughts. Like he's being kind of, like PC about it right now, but we have very different thoughts on like how we like to spend money. And like there were times where we're in the heat of an argument, or excuse me, in the heat of a discussion, and I'm over here like. And I'm over here like, I don't understand why you want to spend your money that way. That is so irresponsible. Like, this is stupid.
I'm just like, why you don't just let me enjoy my life? And we work so hard. Why not spend the money?
Yeah, and if I had it my way, like I literally, like even though I don't have to, I'm like over here like I will never pay for this. I will never pay for this. I'm gonna save everything. And it's like it's a good balance because he reminds me to spend money and I remind him to save. And we kind of came to a little bit of a middle ground. But I would say that first year of marriage, I was like, man, what's happening to all the money? And I feel like I'm doing a lot over here. What are you doing?
Yeah, it was just a lot of like give and take, figuring out, okay, you see money this way, I see money like this, how can we meet in the middle? Okay, well, how about this? I can spend this much, but we also, say, hey, save some of this, or like for example, I would go out to the strip club, have fun. Yeah, you can have fun, but let's not spend all our money. Let's let's be able to keep a little.
I'm like, what do you not understand about this?
Yeah,
but then I had to realize, like, I can't judge him necessarily with the things that he wants to do because at the end of the day, we're not in this relationship to control one another.
Yeah.
Like, I think we learned that pretty early on. But at the same time, like, I want him to feel very autonomous, like he can do what he needs to do. He's his own person. But at the same time, because we are married, things like money, we do need to come together and talk about some stuff first, right? Because we have this one pot that we're both, using here.
Another thing, it is an important part in a relationship. I mean, to me, if you don't have that ability to give and take with each other, it does kind of make the relationship feel very one-sided, and another person really feel like they're not getting anything.
It's like literally, and I think that this was actually something. If you tell me if you agree, but it was very much so. Everything was always on my time when I wanted to do stuff, and we didn't have a great line of communication. I would say probably the first 2 years.
I wouldn't say first 2 years. I would just say like we kind of had. I would say the first year really. I think I think about the third year we really started getting into the groove of compromising.
So and then what I said, first 2 years. But go ahead.
Touche. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I didn't realize it took that long.
Yeah, but like it was always like he would defer a lot of things to me, which in some ways I think it strokes your ego because it's like, yeah, I'm over here like I'm feeling like I have a little bit of power. I'm very human, y'all. But I think at the same time, it made it very one-sided. Yeah. So it was always.
I think I naturally was hoping that you would kind of want to give a little more too, but I didn't realize I didn't communicate that too. Yeah. And it's also having to understand, people where they are, where they're at, and how they understand things and how they see things. So I think you and I thought, well, he's he's deferring a lot to me, so maybe that's how he wants the relationship to go. So that was very much a learning time, I think, for us. But I think also too, part of compromise is accepting the other person because there are things that you like to do that I don't like to do. That we do also have to take at a time. Just like you said earlier about spending time together also that is, when we go out, to do things, you like more artsy things like museums, open mics and stuff like that. I like to get turned, and do things like that, like going to the bar, going to a lounge or something like that. So figuring out how to balance that too as well, I think is very important.
Yeah. I think at least having a willingness, like it means a lot to me when Thaddeus will be like, yeah, like we can go do that. But I think sometimes also another part of compromise is like you can't just say yes, like we can go do that, but then I can tell he's miserable the whole time. Like you still got to be like open yourself up to like at least giving yourself a chance to enjoy it or figuring out. Like I think because we have an interest in understanding one another, like he wants to figure out or at least have an interest in what I have an interest in. And so that definitely, I would say, helps us there. But yeah, I mean, same thing with him, like with going to the club. Like, I mean, I'm like, I did that at college. Like, I'm fine now. I'm just kidding. I was doing this a little bit. But at the same time, like, I don't usually have the propensity to want to go as often as Thaddeus. Yeah. So.
You had to get your mind to take like a week in advance. We're going to do
right. Help me get, like, let me start taking naps now, 7 days ahead of time. Like, but it's all good.
Not 30 yet, but she came old lady.
he knows who he married. So.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm just glad. I mean, but that's it, guys. I mean, that's it. I mean, honestly, compromise is a thing that's very important. I think it's not only good in a relationship with, a significant other, or in a couple, but I think just in general, any relationship, with your friends. Your friends may have different interests in you. A lot of times, if you show interest in what they want to do as well, too, it makes your relationship stronger. You want to build better friendships, with your kids, your mom, dad, anybody. So compromise with people. Give and take. It's really what it's all about. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, just do it.
All right. Catch y'all later. See you.